Yo, what's up? In the trade labs, been going insane with AI trying to figure this out. And there's two tools that I think will help your trading, and I want to go over them right now. So, as you know, there's tons of strategies that you can come up with. I've been using Claude to make them. But once I make a strategy, I get stuck in this infinite loop of, all right, let me optimize it, over optimize it, and then when I go to trade it, it always seems to break. So what I was trying to do is how can I figure out before I spend all this time, how can I make it quicker so I can test faster? So this is the problem. When I come up with strategy or use the strategy from Edgeful, they have the algos already there. This is the open range breakout strategy. These are the example, or not example, these are actual inputs. You got your max loss. You can trade on Monday. You can skip Monday. You can do every day individually. You can do breakouts, breakdowns, profit target 1, 2, stop loss, min orb size, max orb size. I mean, you could go on and on. And then inside each input, you've got tons of options in terms of numbers to test and values. And I would just get frustrated and kept on overfitting, meaning every day had different inputs. So where do I even start? So these two softwares I'm going to show you right now have made this process much easier for me. They are definitely not perfect, but they are absolutely a shortcut. So the first one, this is Edgeful Analyzer. This is in Edgeful. This is potential solution number one to that. I'll show you what it is right now. Okay, so let's go to Edgeful. So if you go into their back end, this is the Algo Analyzer. And what you do is you take a strategy. I have one here. Okay, so this is the orb strategy. Doesn't look too bad, actually. Come over here and you download the data. You want to go as far back as you can, but for this example, I'm only using 1 year. Once it's downloaded, we will then, where am I? Upload here. Got a couple strategies, don't freak out. And then here you go. So now the cool thing is this is what you already have in TradingView. This is going to tell you, total P&L, drawdown, profit factor, backtest. That's nothing new. Where it gets interesting is strategy health, and then the optimize. So I want to go over what this is. I wish I had this about 6 months ago or a year ago. It would have saved me a lot of time and money. And again, this is not perfect, but this is just this is one thing I've always looked for. I was looking for someone to say, hey, that strategy is not bad. Or someone to tell me that strategy sucks. It's not going to work. Edgeful's software is attempting to do that. So what they do is they look over whatever you input. So if you only do 6 months and you overfit it, it's going to look great and it's going to say very healthy. Or maybe it won't, but I'm trying to be realistic. So it says it needs work. 3 pass, 1 caution, 2 issues. Multiple red flags across these checks. So profit factor passes. Return consistency is an issue, only 62%. Perform decay issue, minus 31% win rate change. Drawdown / profit caution, 58%. So this is saying in the real world, strategy health, they're not feeling too confident. So that's what's wrong with it. And then the nice part is they will optimize it, or they'll explain ways you could optimize it. This is really valuable, but it's also really, I wouldn't say scary, but it can make you overfit. If you change all their optimizations, then you could just be curve fitting it to look perfect, and then future won't work. Hopefully this is still recording. But so Friday, longs don't look good. After 11, don't look good. This gives you a breakdown. This is nice too. Drawdown analysis says suggested max loss of 2,000. So these are all things that you can then go back into. Let's just change one, for example. I already have drawdown 2,000. So that doesn't help, but let's kill Friday longs. So let's go here. Go to Friday. Bang. It's going to look a little better, I think. So that is potential solution number one. And now solution number two. You can't really see it, but it's quant trading. This name is amazing. Quant trading strategy optimizer. So this is something. Okay, first was like the health check, like they give you their opinion, meaning Edgeful. But then I was like, how am I going to test all this stuff, all these inputs? How am I going to do this? It's going to take me forever, and it did. But now, this is the little Chrome extension. Go to click optimize. This is where it gets a little freaky. It takes over your screen, which I don't know if I like that. Maybe it's stealing all my info. But let's pick one that's simple. Let's see. Let's do trade or breakout, profit. I mean, you could change all this stuff. Let's pick profit target. Now I'm going to do this to keep it simple. I'm going to go 30 to 60 in increments of 10. I would do a lot more than this, but just for this video. Now watch what happens. They'll run the backtest, and they're literally doing it for you. So it updated that, changed that. Currently it's on 30. Now it's testing the next one. Now it's testing 40. Now it's going to test 50. So you can do this for each category. And this is what I've done with all my strategies. Well, that was pretty quick. I don't know if these guys, they don't seem like a big business by any means. I have not heard of anyone using this, but, and again, it is not perfect. I've done a couple of these, as you can tell, but this says, based on their results, that if you put your profit target at 50, which you already have, that's the best one. That's not very helpful. So again, we only did 4 things, but this says, oh, profit factor is actually higher on 40. So you could go in here and then change that to 40. But that's just an example of what this can do. And I would do that by every single thing, by day, by breakout, by breakdown, and save me an insane amount of time, especially if I want to test, stop losses from 0 to 100 in increments of 5. So extremely helpful. So that's my potential solution too. So I've got the analyzer, optimizer. Then we've got Claude. So once I have the actual results optimized, analyzed, then I get a AI opinion. So then I upload all the data, so literally the same XLS file, and I say, hey, what do you think? What would you improve? And the insights here are really powerful, and have allowed me to make strategies that right now I've got 6. So I've got 2 orb, 2 swing, and 2 stock strategies that the whole goal is to backtest, optimize, and then automate. So my goal is 99% of my time is not in actually trading. It's going to be in developing the trades, using AI to dial those in. And then once I actually have a backtest that looks good, I just go golfing, seriously. So I set these up with Edgeful. I'll show you that again. So Edgeful algos in here, you can automate. So then you go in, connect to your TradingView. I won't show it because it's got my account. So you literally go in here, connect to TradingView. And what that does, it allows you to actually trade those from TradingView. So the whole goal is, I'm going to let these run, these 6 strategies run. And if they look profitable after 30 days, maybe make them live or just keep trading prop firm. But then I'll have time that I don't have to focus on trading. So hopefully these softwares will be helpful to you too. Rosie says, what's up? I appreciate you guys. I've been so deep in the trading lab that I think I'm there. I'm saying it. Yesterday was my 2nd profitable day in a row. I think I've done it. And those strategies and optimizing, I think you're going to get me there. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you're doing well. Subscribe.